Hello fellow coffee botherers, in this video we're going to be talking about the Gaggia Classic Pro E24. It has a brass boiler. Tatty Bye? Just kidding, kind of. Firstly, just a very quick nutshell summary of what this is all about for anyone who doesn't want to watch the entire video. Although to be fair, this video will be pretty quick anyway, so may as well watch it. What else are you going to do? The classic E24 is the same as the Evo Pro 2023 version, but they've switched out the aluminium boiler with the non-stick coating for a brass boiler. It seems like that's it, but actually it's changed a couple of things, so keep watching to find out more. Why have Gaggia released yet another version of the Classic Pro? In case you've not heard about this, they moved away from plating with the Evo Pro 2023. Oof, how did they do that? Instead of a chrome-plated brass boiler, it was solid brass, and they changed the portafilters to solid stainless steel instead of chrome-plated brass. There was some concern about galvanic corrosion occurring as a result of having an aluminium boiler and an uncoated brass group, so they decided on a non-stick coating. Not Teflon, a heavy-duty coating called Excelia, used in industrial bakeware. So what could go wrong? What could go wrong, it seems, is that with some of the boilers the coating didn't take properly. Some of the coating flaked off. There's a certain kind of flake that's nice with a cappuccino. And I'm saying that just for the excuse to eat Cadbury's flakes on B-roll filming day, but non-stick coating flakes just aren't as tasty. Cadbury's flake though, this works particularly well crumbled on top of a cappuccino made with Seaworks chocolate brownie blend. And this will be a good time to hear from our sponsor, Skill Square Clash of Dr. Squatch.
No, Kev, it's you absolute bell.
End the suffering of your poor taste buds by introducing them to my amazing coffee beans from seaworks.co.uk. If you're wondering what to try first, my favourite, chocolate brownie blend. They're our best seller for a reason, because I buy them all to use here at Coffee Kev Studios. Oh, and because they're flipping mega. If you don't believe me, try it for yourself. Use discount code YT25 for 25% off your first order at seaworks.co.uk. Cheers, and back to the Gaggia Classic Pro E24. How much is it? In the US, it's $599 at RRP, but Whole Latte Love have it on offer for $549. In the UK, it's £579 at RRP, although it's on offer at the moment at Gaggia Direct at £549, and there are some decent bundle deals available too. See the links in the description. These will be affiliate links, so if you buy using these links, you'll be supporting this channel. Thanks! What if you have the Evo 2023 version? Take the steam tip off and run water through the steam wand into a bowl or cup, preferably with a white surface, and look for flakes. If you find them, contact your supplier. Oh.
Is that the supplier?
Hello! If you bought from Gaggia Direct in the UK or one of their resellers, you'll be fine. Just jump on Zoom with Gaggia Direct and they'll get you sorted. What difference does a brass boiler make? It means it's brass instead of aluminium. But it also means more consistent steam power for longer, thanks to a boiler capacity increase of about 30%. Because of the thermal properties of brass versus aluminium, the brass boilers are thinner. The internal space is bigger, so it's about 105ml capacity, roughly, versus about 80ml. These are rough figures I got
of a stranger I met down the pub.
So don't quote me exactly. Does the brass boiler take longer to heat up? In terms of the official heat-up time, meaning when the light comes on, the first time I used it, it did take about 20 seconds longer to be officially ready, but the water temperature exiting the group at that time was actually hotter than the aluminium version. In subsequent tests, the light has come on at almost exactly the same time, just over a minute. Interestingly though, after 5 minutes and then again after 10 minutes, the water was exiting the group at around 3 degrees Celsius hotter in my testing than the Evo 2023. The advice with a Classic is usually to give it 10 to 15 minutes to heat up, and in theory I think the new brass boiler E24 version will be more temperature stable after that kind of time than the aluminium boiler version. It would make sense for that to be the case anyway, in theory, but I'm hoping Lance Hedrick will put this through its paces using his scase and so on. He's way more geeky than I am, and that's a compliment, of course. Does the E24 actually have more steam power? It seems to be just slightly more powerful and to have a more steady and consistent steam power for slightly longer. I'd recommend not waiting for the steam light to come on to indicate the steam is ready on either version, and instead use the steam hack I've mentioned in the past. This simply involves experimenting with your machine with different wait times after turning the steam on to try and start steaming as soon as it's actually ready, rather than waiting for the machine to tell you it's ready. With my testing on the E24 brass boiler version, I found waiting for around 30 seconds after turning on the steam button appears to be the sweet spot. When testing heating 170ml of milk to 60 degrees Celsius, the fastest I recorded on the E24 was 30 seconds versus 33 seconds with the Evo 2023. I also tested steaming 350ml of milk to 60 degrees Celsius, and this took 62 seconds on the E24 and 74 seconds on the Evo Pro 2023. What about steam ready time? In terms of the steam light indicating that the steam is ready, I found the E24 takes about 15 seconds longer, 65 seconds on the E24 versus around 50 seconds on the 2023. As I've mentioned though, you can do the steam hack on both, which just means learning when is the best time to start steaming on your machine with your power, and I'm finding it seems to be about 30 seconds with the E24, but that will differ depending on where you are in the world and your power. How about shot ready time after steaming milk? Manually cooling the group back down to shot temperature after steaming milk doesn't appear to be any different on the E24 versus the Evo 2023. Is there any difference in overall temperature stability and shot quality with the E24 version? Potentially, in theory. Brass is more temperature stable than aluminium. It does take slightly longer to heat up, but once it's heated up, it doesn't lose its temperature as quickly. This should mean less temperature surfing efforts required to pull consistent shots. From the first few shots I've pulled with the E24, it doesn't actually feel like there's much temperature surfing required. It feels like the temperature swings aren't as big. This could be a placebo effect, it could be luck. I've not been using it for long enough to say it for sure. But so far, I have to say I'm impressed with this new version with the brass boiler in terms of shot-to-shot consistency. Can you retrofit the new brass boiler into previous versions? Yes! At the time of filming, they're not available in the UK as spare parts, but I'm told they will be very soon. And if you're looking for someone to do this for you, don't look at me, but you can contact my engineer friend Radu at espressorepairshop.co.uk. I'm assuming he'll do it.
Julia Robson, 2569, commented on the Sage Barista Express Impress Geek Mode plus Naked Portafilter video. Hi, do I need scales with a time on manual mode? How do I manually do the shot? Press and hold and stop pressing at the desired seconds? Thank you!
Hi Julie, yes you'll need a timer, but it doesn't have to be on the scales, you could just get a separate timer if you want. And to pull shots manually, just press and hold the shot button for as long as you want pre-infusion to last for. And then when you're done with pre-infusion, take your finger off, let it ramp up to full pressure. And then when you're finished with your shot, when you've got to the desired shot time, press it again to stop. Cheers! My hand's doing that. What's it doing? Thank you very much for watching. And if you think coffee is your power, and you enjoyed this video, please drop us a like on the video as it really helps. And we've got tons of content about how to make better coffee at home to take you from beginner to home barista. We've got reviews and how-tos on the most popular machines. If you like the sound of that, click on my face to subscribe. Tatty Bye!